Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Build the Moomin house box 11 part 3. In this video we'll be completing issue 38 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So in the last video we were working on these beams for the first floor ceiling. So in this video we'll be completing this bathroom cabinet here that we worked on. I think we worked on it in box 10, yeah. So we'll be completing this, and this will complete issue 38 of the build. So let's begin. So the first thing we need to do is we need to separate these cupboard doors that go here and here. So there's a couple of little lugs there that we just need to cut. That's one. Just going to get a bit of sandpaper. Tidy those rough edges up. Yeah, I've got these like sponge sandpapers. They're quite good, quite good. I need to get some of those stick versions. Okay, so that's our two doors there. And that, and then we have our fronts and backs to our drawers. That's the drawer here, and then that's our front and backs for the drawers. So let's remove them from their housings. There's little lugs. There's a lug there, there's one there and one there, and you just cut through them and it separates. There you go. The last one there. So I'll just check if there's any rough edges. This one pings across my desk. Pieces are really small. So I brought the drawers in shot there. That's the drawers there. So we need to put the backs on the drawers. So these are the backs of the drawers here. And we just need to put some glue on these backs and then sit them in place. So I've got my glue and I've got cocktail stick here. Like that. Just going to get my tweezers. because they're very small. Just going to put a little bit of glue like that, and then I'm just going to sit it. Just checking, yeah, it sits inside like that. Just sit it inside. Yeah, it doesn't really want to sit inside, but that's what it has to do. Just that's one. And then we'll do the other one. Just push it in place so it's right at the back. There. That's what it should look like. So we just need to put the front on, and we need to put glue on here and on the other one, and then we can sit the drawer front on like that. So get some more glue. As you can see how small it is. Just going to remove any excess glue because we don't need loads of glue on there. And then we get the drawer front. We sit that on and just make sure that it's sitting flush on all sides like that. That's one. And the second one. Like I said, you don't need loads of glue, you just need to cover it, and then what I do is see where there's a little where it was connecting to the housing where I cut it with a knife. I put that to the bottom so you don't actually see it, and that will be at the top. So it's going to sit this in place like that. Just push it on and then readjust to make sure it's flush on all sides and it's not slipping down at the bottom. Just make sure it's right to the edge. It's just like that. There. Okay, just make sure it's flush on all sides. It's not sticking up in any way, shape or form. Like that. Sliding down a little bit on that side, so let's make sure we get that right to the edge there. Make sure it sits in the middle at the front. Oops. Yeah, that does happen. There, that, there. So that's our 2 drawers there. We just need to leave them to dry. I'll come back. So I've laid down a paper towel because I need to put a light wash on, and I need it to be the same colour as this, which might not be easy to do. So I've got my water, I have my empty pot for the paint, and I have my paint here. So it's 1 part brown, 2 parts water. So I'm going to be using this brush. So 1 part brown and 2 parts water. Just give it a mix. Need a bit of paper to test it on. Let's see what I've got. Got a little scrap of paper. That I can test it on. I think that's going to be okay. I think it might be a bit more darker than that. Just wondering, because it's the same as what I painted this. I've seen. Yeah, it could be a problem. And see, I'm not sure I'm using the right brown. It might be okay, I don't know. Let's try it. It's the only way I can tell is if I try it. Like a light wash there. It's just a test. So I'm going to need that to dry and then see if there is a difference, because it does look like there's a difference. Let me just zoom in there. There is a little bit of a difference in those 2 colours. See what it looks like when it's dry and when it's sat in its place. So if it was sat there like that, I mean there is a difference, but it seems to be the same colour as this here, so I might get away with it. Yeah, I might get away with it, so I'll just paint the sections. I'll just go with it. I'll just make a decision and I'll go with it. Okay. Be careful not to spill paint over the sides I've already painted, because it'll just get darker. Remember, it's a wash we're painting on. Smooth that out the way. do our drawers. So we'll just do all the areas that are going to be seen. Which are the fronts and the tops. I might leave the inside, you know. I might leave the inside as they are. And we could do the sides. Okay. Okay. So. Do the top edges. And then the sides. Remove any excess paint on the paper towel if you need to. It kind of diffuses it, because remember, we're doing a wash, we're not painting it brown. So the next thing we need to do is paint these feet. Now they seem to be, I don't know if they're the same, just working out which way they go. Okay, so yeah, there's a slight flat edge there, and then there's like that there. See if I can hold them there like that. Paint them. Like I say, they're very small. That's the flat edge there. That's done. I don't know how they do these, you know, cut them so tiny. It's amazing how they can make things this small. Oops. Just make sure we get every side. There, we'll just leave them to dry. Always rinse your brush out if you want to use it again. So I'm going to leave those to dry and I'll come back. While they're still drying, I'm going to put these handles on the drawers and the cupboards. So I'm going to bring my super glue back. Just checking that the handles are all the same size, which they are. So we just need to get one of our handles here, see how small, put some super glue on the end, and then just push them through. So I'm going to pick up this one, just make sure it's at the end there. Put some super glue on the end, and then it doesn't matter, drawer or cupboard, just push it through. Just push it in there. So it needs to stick out a little bit like that, and just work our way through these. Oops, fingers are stuck together. Just pull it out a little bit. I might not be able to because I've glued it now, but it's fine. I'll just push them all in, it doesn't really matter. Okay, right, we'll do the cupboards now. Just hold like that. Push it in. And then we've got the last one to do. And the glue will just hold it where you want it to hold. And we've got one more up here, this cupboard door here. I need to open it. I might not need to open it. Let's see if it will open. Not sure if it's got pins in it. There we go. That is that done. So all the cupboards do match, although they're not the same colour. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put these feet on, and they go, this square end here goes in, and this is the bit that stays outside. And we've got to use a little bit of wood glue. So we need a cocktail stick. Just pick up our foot glue on that where it needs to go. It's a little bit messy, that is. See if I can clean that up a bit. And then bring our bathroom cabinet in and just push that through there, like that. That's one. Get some more glue. And the last one. Press it in place. So that's our 4 feet on the bottom. I could have painted this bottom bit, but I don't need to, because it sits, when it sits down, you're not actually going to see that. So what I need to do is I need to put these pins in the doors. At the top and the bottom of the doors there are little tiny holes there. So we just need to, I've got 4 pins. So I just need to push 2 pins in each door. There's one there. And these are sort of little as well. And then you got to line up. That's one. Well, kind of. Let's see if I can put a pin into the door. It's quite fiddly. And then squeeze this section so it doesn't slip, so the pin doesn't slip. Yep, so that one's in. So we have a pin in the door, and we have a pin in the cupboard. Let's try Let's see now. That pin's in the wrong end now. Let's slide it out and put it in the top. We just line it up. We're just kind of guessing now. Yeah, it's not working too well. That's one. See how fiddly it is? So we've got two more pins left. So we've put one in the top of the cupboard door, like that. And then put one in the bottom of the cupboard. See how fiddly it is? And just squeeze the end so it's held in place. I've got it in place there. There. So we just need to line it up with the door. Which I think I have now. It's not great, but that's really what it's supposed to look like. And we just need to put the drawers in. So that's our bathroom cabinet there, finished. All our handles are on. Our pins are in place. It's been painted. But my cupboard doors they're not great. I mean, I could glue them in place. That's an option. So as you can see, let me just move my glue out of the way. That glue that glue. Let's just move this. See, that completes here the bathroom cabinet, and that completes issue 38 of the build. As always, we've got merch for the channel. We've got our Nerd Creative range, and we've got our Stay Creative range. The link's in the description. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.